next distinguished lecturers are also from Romania, from the Technical University of Cluj-Napoca, Dr. Stet and Dr. Cioruţa. The topic of their lecture is, their presentation is climate change and environmental impacts in mountains ecosystems. Dear colleagues, dear presenters, are you with us? Oh, I see you now.
Okay.
The floor is yours, and could you please stick to the 30 minutes that are were set just for your presentation. Thank you for understanding. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. My name is Mihaela Stet. I'm from Romania, as you already know. Unfortunately, my colleague is not here. He is not to be able to be here at this presentation. I will present you the relationship between climate change, hydropower plants, and impact on mountain ecosystems. I hope you can hear me. If everything is okay, I am going on.
Yes, we can hear and we see your presentation on the screen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This study was carried out within a cross-border cooperation program. Its name is Regional Center for Training and Monitoring of the Environmental Impact on Electrical Installation. We are from Technical University of Cluj-Napoca, Romania, and we have a partner, a university from Ukraine, Ivano-Frankivsk National Technical University of Oil and Gas. The idea of this project is related to the need to have support to address the environmental problems, and we have the idea to involve the next generation, and for this we need to train them, to give them an environmental education, not only for those in environmental specialties, but also for electrical, electronics, and computers, next engineers. And for this reason, we developed a common study and common training for students from Romania and Ukraine. I think that we can start with an image about the evolution, the development of the society in relation to the environment from the birth of human beings. We evolved. We try to use nature to use its benefits, but not all the time. We realize that we put in danger this nature. We have the privilege to evolve in technology, and in the same time, technologies can jeopardize the nature, but in the same time, you can use technology to protect the nature. And related sorry. In the last decades, unfortunately, there were identified evidence of climate changes, and especially in the mountains that are important sources of water, of energy, of minerals, agricultural products, and also represent unique areas for detection of climate change and assessment of climate-related impacts. These climate changes are associated with various effects on different types of ecosystems and with changes in these ecosystems, in mountain ecosystems. To respond to these challenges, some states have started the implementation of general and specific measures, among them being the measures taken within the energy sector. Why the energy sector? Because not only Romania, but in this case, I will mention the case of Romania, where around 30% of the total greenhouse gases are due to the energy sector. Europe's climate has warmed. Also in Romania, we have the same problem. In the last century, the climate has warmed more than 1 degree. Anthropogenic causes of increase of greenhouse gas emissions, like burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, enhancing animal growth, nitrogen-containing fertilizer, or storing different type of waste. In the mountain regions, hydropower plants offer a wide range of benefits compared to thermal power plants in terms of the impact on the environment. This kind of energy production is not still without an impact on the environment. Therefore, several forms of the impact on the environment of both large power plants and micro hydropower plants can be highlighted during the construction phase, but also during operation. Here is a map of areas where energy is produced in Romania. These are the large-scale producer of energy, but as we can see further, there are a lot of micro hydropower plants in the mountains regions. Regarding the impact, we can highlight as well that climate change is continuing globally in Romania and in Europe. New record levels of some climatic variables have been established in recent years. Global climate change has substantially increased the probability of various recent extreme weather and climate events in Europe and also in Romania. The observed changes in climate are already having wide-ranging impact on ecosystems, also on economic sectors and human health and well-being also. And we can say that ecosystem protected areas are under pressure from climate change and other stressors, such as land use change. In some mountain ecosystem, another important ecological factor deriving from the interaction of temperature and precipitation is fire. Unfortunately, in Europe, the frequency of fires in many mountains ecosystem has been modified considerably by human action. Also other activities that can can have some unwanted effects. These have effects on trees, on forests, and also on the human being. Regarding the mountain ecosystem, mountain ecosystem are particularly sensitive to climate change. With greater recognition being given to the interdependence of all Earth systems, atmospheric, biological, and societal policies for managing protecting mountains areas will have to be flexible and reflect the growing social demands on the new ecosystem. Regarding this impact, we use in the last century, in the end of the last century, in the 21st century, on extended scale, renewable resources like bioenergy, solar, wind, geothermal, hydropower energy. Why? Because they are more environmentally friendly. They use internal resources, no need to import some expensive fossil fuels, more accessible and reliable than those. Offer an alternative solution to hydrocarbon-based power plants, helping us reduce air pollution and mitigate greenhouse gas emissions. But we need to analyze the advantages, the benefits of these renewable resources, but also their impact. Site-specific condition will determine the degree to which renewable energy technologies impact biodiversity, positive or negative. Also, certainly there are many positive benefits, but you need to look further and to identify and the negative impact and to find solution for this. But on the other side, unfortunately, global climate change could also affect the renewable sources because these sources depend on climate and could be vulnerable in front of the massive climate change. Because mountains are the source region for 50% of the globe's river, the impacts of climatic change on hydrology are likely to have significant repercussions not only on in the mountains themselves, but also on populated lowland regions that depend on mountain water resources for domestic agriculture, energy, and industrial purposes. Water resources are influenced by mountain climates and vegetation. Snow fits into the hydrological basins and acts as a control on the timing of water runoff in the spring and summer months. Hydrological systems are also controlled by soil moisture, which largely determines the distribution of ecosystems, groundwater recharge, and runoff. And the latter two factors sustain river flow and can lead to floods. Regarding the impact of large hydropower plants, we can highlight the change in hydrological regime, destruction of shores, changes in water quality, eutrophication of reservoirs, flooding of large areas of land, often fertile soils, soil degradation during the construction, and the construction of a dam could affect the climate, flora and fauna, changing the rainfall regime. This can be followed by extinction of some plant and animal species, isolation or emergence of new species, and a change of background biodiversity. Here we can see some of the effects of the construction of micro hydropower plants that are aggressive in landscapes with a low degree of anthropization. Micro hydropower plants affects the nature during the construction. They are district high level of noise, different kind of waste, sometimes loss of natural characteristic of the fertile soil layer, and isolation of soil surfaces from natural ecological circuits, and in operation impact on water quality due to flow, sedimentation dynamics, pressure on water bodies due mainly to the disruption of river connectivity and the decrease of flows in the river beds, and effects on biodiversity affecting the flora, fauna, and the landscape. And here we can see the human migration in landscapes. Regarding the measure you can take to reduce the environmental impact, we can highlight two categories of action. Some of them to mitigate this impact. And here we can use increasing the energy efficiency, greater use of renewable energy, electrification of different industrial processes, more efficient transport, use electric transport, and use some instruments like carbon tax and emissions markets on the energy market. The second type of solution are dedicated to adaptation to reduce the vulnerability to climate change, like more security facility location, infrastructures, landscape, or restoration. Regarding the agriculture in the mountain regions, research, development, education, and different kind of preventive and precaution measures. Related to, I want to respect the time. For this reason, I want to conclude. Depending on their location, large installation can raise concerns about land degradation and habitat loss. Impacts on species for small hydropower plants come mainly from infrastructure, inclusively from power lines, flooded valleys, unprotected ecosystems could suffer losses of residual form and adapted habitats with the introduction of renewable energy sources. Regarding our study, at the level of Mare County in the Mare Mountains, where our study is located in Romania and in Mare County. There are 19 micro hydropower plants that in the last year affect the nature. As indicated in the Sustainable Development Strategy of this country, out of 19 power plants, 15 are in the protected areas, and due their effects on this region, in the period of construction and commissioning, there was registered reductions in watercourse flows with effects on biodiversity, affecting flora, fauna, and landscape. For this reason, in Mare County's council decided to stop granting permits for such investment. We need to educate the young generation in order to be prepared to innovate, to identify a solution for this problem. And we think that we can achieve our objective to reduce the environmental impact. Thank you for